Please remember, safety at work is our highest priority and should be yours.
Was Rome built in a day? We all know the answers to these questions. Why do people expect the rebuilding of the atmosphere to happen so quickly? After all, it took almost 2 centuries to make it this way. I know. We're all impatient. Build upon the foundation.
Happy to help.
Does the garden bloom overnight? Was Rome built in a day? We all know the answers to these questions. Why do people expect the rebuilding of the atmosphere to happen so quickly? I'd like to welcome back Jonah Goomberg, founder and CEO of Creation. Usually it's me bugging your office trying to get a moment. This is scheduled today. Time.
That's right. And I appreciate you talking to me at such short notice.
No, thank you. You've obviously got something.
Look out for your fellow workers. They look out for you.
But the garden was doomed overnight. Was Rome built in a day? We all know the answers to these questions. So why do people... Quick! to welcome back Jonah Gutenberg. After all, it took almost 2 centuries to make it this way. I know. We're all impatient. With every passing day, with every launch, Project Resolve evolves. Our process and research is ongoing. From manufacturing efficiency, payload distribution, chemical composition, even down to the recycling of materials. Our scientific staff make day and night, prove, build upon the foundation of Jonah Gutenberg's original mission. No one has ever attempted what we're trying to do. New discoveries and methods allow us to push the very boundaries of science and technology. Every day we work to better the future of mankind. It is a huge task, but together we can do it. Whatever it takes. We will build a new Eden, a utopia for all. Does a garden bloom overnight? Was Rome built in a day? We all know the answers to these questions. So why do people expect the rebuilding of the atmosphere to happen so quickly? After all, it took almost 2 centuries to make it this way. I know. We're all impatient. But with every passing day, with every launch, Project Resolve evolves.
Please remember, safety at work is our highest priority and should be yours.
Was Rome built in a day? We all know the answers to these questions. Why do people expect the rebuilding of the atmosphere? Like to After all, it took almost 2 centuries to make it this way. I know. We're all impatient. Every passing day, every launch, project is on. All process and research is ongoing. Manufacturing, payload distribution, chemical composition, even down to recycling. The Creo, our scientific staff, labor day and night to prove, build upon the foundation. Gutenberg's original vision. No one has ever attempted what we're trying to do. New discoveries, methods.
Observation. They're inside me. I can feel them. I've already begun to notice the first changes. The skin on my right leg is burning, itching. Texture appears to be changing. There are small black dots underneath, swollen and hard. I could try to stop the process, remove the corrupted areas, but I believe it's already too late. And they're within my internal world, mutating me at a cellular level.
together, we can do it. Whatever it takes. We will build a new Eden. A utopia for all.
Now I see the real reason you're here. A purge. Is that their game? Dispose of me like Chavez? But I assure you, it's just growing pains. A little more time. But no, everything has to happen now. It must be perfect, or at least pretend to be. I won't let you destroy our only hope, just because it offends their delicate constitutions.
Lab 02 locked.
Stay where you are. He might still be around. He's playing with us.
Access to Lab 02 granted.
Having a good snoop around, are we? I'm afraid I can't allow that.
Lab 01 unlocked and open.
If you don't stop sneaking around, my friends here might think you're up to something.
I've just received a communication from Mary Shaw. Name doesn't ring a bell? Well, it's fucking sure. It's Michael Shaw's sister. Candidates for the program were meant to have no family or friends. This is on your head. I expect this situation dealt with quickly and quietly.
Lab 12 locked and secured.
Don't let him fool you. He could be anywhere.
Lab 12 unlocked and open.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. I won't take that, you know. Years of toiling for the good of mankind. All that they got this friend. A little too old for hide and seek, aren't we? Come out, wherever you are.
You've trusted me this far. We all want the same thing. We've looked at other ways, and there's always going to be risks. Utopia works, guaranteed. I know the board is balking at the figures, but think of it as cleaning house. Problem solved within 1 generation. It'll just be a much smaller one than previously estimated. That's a good thing. We've been worrying about what to do with overpopulation for almost 100 years. Devouring the sheep, or the hunter murdering its cubs in their lair.
Attention, please. Contingency protocol for asset preservation has been activated. Opening containment cells.
You didn't really think I'd let you sacrifice the future of mankind because management suddenly grew a conscience. So what now? Going to be a good boy and finish me off? Murder me in cold blood? You know that won't change a thing. It's too late, you see.
Mark Dean, perfect candidate for the program. We pulled him off the streets and put him to work in recycling a couple of weeks back. He's a complete zero. We even DNA typed him to outside databases. No living relatives. He's so happy to have a place to sleep and 3 square meals a day, he'll happily sign the consent forms.
An inquisitive mind. That's the spirit. And besides, things without all remedy should be without regard, right? What's done is done.
What the hell is this freak show?
This freak show, as you call it, is my legacy and the future of human life on Earth. You failed to see, or maybe you chose not to. But I'm trying to save mankind here. Not just the species. No, I'm trying to save all of us. We're flawed, incomplete. We're not yet prepared to re-enter paradise, you see. We wouldn't survive. My Homo Machinalis could change that. They are the living proof that we could be more than human. We, all of us, could fill the world of tomorrow. Ascended beings in a new utopia.
So, these tin men are supposed to be our future?
Not pretty, is it? But the truth rarely is. Just think of it as an upgrade to survive the world of utopia. Our meat machines are inadequate. We won't make it unless you hightail it back to your master's tower. We have the will to survive as individuals, but as a species, we need a push. There's no winning without sacrifice. I just wanted a level playing field to create a utopia for all.
So what about utopia?
Let me put the record straight. Unlike Resolve, which will exterminate us slowly and painfully over generations, my nanites do a quick and clean job. I've minimized the suffering, a fresh start, a clean slate for those that remain. If that concerns you now, then you shouldn't have tried and stopped my little pet project. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be safe. Go on. Go smoke a nice fat stogie and watch the apocalypse from your glass tower with the rest of them.
I think you've got me confused with somebody else. I'm not working for the board.
Maybe you are. Maybe you're not. What difference does it make now? This place is going straight to hell, and we're going with it. Or we're already there and didn't even notice.
So you know what's going on here?
I'm honored by your assumption, but even I have my limits. I do know a mob stormed my labs and my colleagues are either dead, dumb, or simply gone. So much for security. And what's the board doing, Still twiddling their thumbs over the launch of Utopia? I submitted my final analysis weeks ago and I'm still waiting. We need people who can make decisions around here.
I see your point. It's twisted, but...
Isn't it? If only those above us were so perceptive. Or Chavez, all those years ago. Such a waste of a brilliant mind. I don't claim to know the one truth, because there isn't one. Everybody takes sides, and always their own. Good, evil, all nonsense and totally subjective. Just children's stories. As we grow older, mortality beckons, and so we reach for the divine. Same fairy stories, different binding. The individual must be prepared to sacrifice himself for the many. The species is what's important.
What about Chavez?
Yes, what about her? Not seen since she threw a tantrum and got kicked out of my labs. But still, wonderful woman. And an extraordinary scientist. An incredible intellect. Kind-hearted and so ambitious, you have to admire a fighter. But resolve didn't work. We needed to act and act fast. And I had the solution. It's just a shame her ego got in the way of her career.
I think we're done here.
In that case, if you don't mind, Inspector, I need to get back to work. Terribly important things to do. Terribly important.